Good morning, grade 2. How are you? Today we're going to do the exercises on our grammar lesson, the superlative adjectives. So get out your grammar book, open page 78, unit 16, around the world. Write the date, Tuesday, April 21, 2020. Here, I want you to circle all the adjectives and highlight or underline all the superlative adjectives. Let's start. Around the world. Our topic here is around the world. Let's start reading. People and things travel around the world every day. People often travel by airplane. It's the fastest way to travel. Where's the superlative adjective here? Fastest. Excellent. The fastest passenger airplane in the world was the Concorde. Fastest again, superlative highlighted. Passenger means traveler. So the fastest passenger airplane in the world was the Concorde. Concorde is the model of the airplane. It traveled from New York to Paris in 3.5 hours. People sometimes go on vacation on big ships, so we will circle big here because it's an adjective. They aren't fast, but they're very big, so we will circle fast and big because both of them are adjectives also. The biggest cruise ship is named the Allure of the Seas, so this is the name of the biggest cruise ship. It's enormous. Enormous means too large or too big. So the biggest cruise ship here is named the Allure of the Seas. Big ships carry things across the ocean or across oceans and through very big canals. So we will circle big and big the other one because both of them are adjectives. It's the slowest way to transport things. It's the slowest way. The superlative here is slowest to transport things, but the big ships can carry the heaviest loads. So we will circle big because it's an adjective and we will highlight heaviest because it's a superlative. The newest ships are very big. We will highlight newest because it's a superlative and we will circle big because it's an adjective. The biggest container ship is named the Emma Mercic. Here we will highlight biggest because it's a superlative adjective also. It's too big for the old ports and canals. We will circle old because it's an adjective. Look at the yellow sticky note up. It's our dictionary here for the text. Concorde is the airplane model. Cruise is voyage. Voyage here means a trip in the ocean. 3. Allure. Allure means the most attractive. 4. Enormous means too big. 5. Container. It's a large metallic box for transporting things. Okay, here, the fastest passenger airplane is called what? Concorde. Excellent. The biggest cruise ship, what's its name? Allure of the Seas. The biggest container ship is Emma Mercic. Letter C. Find and complete the sentences. Number 1. The fastest passenger airplane in the world was the Concorde. So here I write the fastest. I complete the sentences from our text here. The fastest passenger airplane in the world was the Concorde. Number 2. The space cruise ship is named the Allure of the Sea. Look here. Line number 5. The biggest cruise ship is named the Allure of the Sea. So we will write in the space here biggest. Number 3. Big ships can carry the heaviest loads. Big ships can carry the heaviest loads. Look here, line number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Line number 7, the big ships can carry the heaviest loads. Then number 4, the spaceships are very big. Look here, line number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Line number 7, the newest ships are very big. So we will write in the space the newest. So number 1 will be the fastest, number 2 the biggest, number 3 the heaviest, and number 4 the newest. Now let's move to page 79. Superlative adjectives. Write the date first, okay? Tuesday, April 21, 2020. Superlative adjectives. Let's remember together the comparative first. We use the comparative or we use comparatives to compare two things or types of thing. We use superlative adjectives to compare more than two things. The blue boat is the smallest. Is that the fastest boat? The heaviest boat is the red one. So the smallest, the fastest, and the heaviest are superlatives. We can make the superlative by adding est, and we always use the with superlatives. The ship is the longest or the biggest or the shortest, the newest in the world. This canal is the biggest, the longest, the biggest, the shortest, the newest in the world. So we can use the superlative to compare between more than two things. We can ask yes or no questions with superlatives. Is that the biggest cruise ship? Here the question starts with is, so we have to answer with yes or no and switch. Yes, it is, or no, it isn't. Complete the sentences. Letter E. It's a conversation between a boy and a girl. Boy, this is space long canal in the world. So this is the biggest. No, it will be the longest, not the biggest. So it will be the longest. Change the biggest here. It will be the longest. Girl, where is it? Boy, it's in China. It's the oldest. Girl, is it the biggest canal in the world? No, it isn't. The Suez Canal is bigger than. Why I use comparative here? Because there is the than. Okay. The first one here, write the longest, not the biggest. So right here, the longest. Okay. Let's move to page 80. Letter H. Write the missing words. Number 1, here we have the adjective, the comparative, and the superlative. Number 1, slow, slower, the slowest. Number 2, short, shorter, the shortest. 3, heavy, heavier, the heaviest. 4, big, bigger, the biggest. Number 5, fast, faster, the fastest. Number 6, tall, taller, the tallest. Number 7, old, older, the oldest. Number 8, small, smaller, the smallest. Look and write sentences with the superlative of the adjectives. Number 1, we have here 3 pictures, A, B, and C. All of these are airplanes. Number 1, C is the biggest one. Of course. Number 2, space is the, we have adjective old here. So, which one is the oldest? So number 2, space is the oldest. Which one is the oldest? A. A is the oldest. Number 3, space is the, which adjective here? Number 3, fast. So which one is fast? The one that is letter B. So B is the fastest. Number 4, space is the smallest. Which one is the smallest one? The first one, letter A. So B is the fastest and A is the smallest. Letter J. Remember the text on page 78 and write short answers. Number 1, Are airplanes the fastest way to travel? Yes, they are. When the question starts with the helping verb is or are or was or were, many helping verbs we took them before, so we have to answer with yes or no and switch. So are airplanes the fastest way to travel? Yes, they are. Is the Emma Mercick, number two, is the Emma Mercick the fastest ship in the world? No, it isn't. Number three, are ships the slowest way to transport things? Yes, they are. Number four, are the old ships the biggest? Yes, they are. Number five, is the Allure of the Seas the biggest cruise ship? Yes, it is. So we answer all these questions from our text in page 78. Okay, don't forget to start with a capital letter and end with a full stop, and don't forget to put comma after yes or no. Letter K. Read and circle the correct words. Number one, the Atlantic Ocean is bigger or biggest than. There is than here, so it's a comparative, so I have to choose bigger. So circle bigger or highlight it. Than Indian Ocean, but the Pacific Ocean is the biggest or bigger. Here there is the, so it means this is a superlative adjective, so circle biggest. The Suez Canal is longer or longest than. Then it means this is a comparative, so we will choose longer than the Panorama Canal. But the Grand Canal in China is the longest. 3. Trucks are fastest or faster than comparative. But airplanes are the fastest or the fastest superlative. Number 4. Cars are heaviest than or heavier than bikes, but trucks are the heaviest superlative. Let's move to page 81. Letter L. Complete the sentences with superlatives. Number 1. Shanghai in China has the, my adjective here is big, so it will be the biggest. We double the consonant G and we write EST. Number 2. Atlanta, Georgia in the US has the busiest airport in the world. So we write the before the adjective and we change Y to I and then we add EST. Number 3. Australia has the longest highway in the world. Number 4. Panorama has the busiest canal in the world. Number 5. Germany has the fastest highways in the world. Number 6. Dubai has the tallest building in the world. So we change all these adjectives to be superlatives. We start or we add the before the adjective and then we add EST after the adjective. Letter M. Look and answer the questions. The RDM Canal, the Suez Canal, and the Panorama Canal or Panama Canal. We have 3 canals here. RMD Canal is in Europe. Suez Canal is in Egypt and Panama Canal is in Panama. This one established in 1992 and that one, the Suez Canal, 1869 and Panama Canal in 1914. The length of RMD Canal is 171 kilometers long, Suez Canal 19 kilometers long, and Panama Canal 77 kilometers long. The capacity of it, 16 ships per day, 86 ships per day, and 69 ships per day. Number 1. Which canal is the shortest one? Look here. RMD 171 kilometers long, the Suez Canal 19 kilometers, and Panama Canal 77 kilometers. So which one is the shortest? 171 or 19 or 77? Of course 19. So which canal is the shortest? The Suez Canal. Which letter? B. So we circle B. Number 2. Which canal is the newest? RMD in 1992, Suez Canal 1869, Panama Canal 1914. So the newest one is RMD Canal, letter A. Circle A. Number 3. Which canal is the busiest? Busiest, it means many ships move there. 16 ships or 86 ships per day or 69 ships per day? Which one that has more ships? 16, 86 or 69? Of course 86. Which one? The Suez Canal, letter B. So this is the busiest canal. Now we finish our lesson. I hope that you understand the lesson. See you next time. Goodbye and stay safe. Thank you.